Hi guys, today I've decided to do a chit chat playing with makeup. So while I'm playing with makeup and I'm doing a look on my face, I'm gonna chat to you about something different. Before I start doing my face, let me just tell you a little bit about how this idea came to life. So basically, I went home for my holiday, my Christmas holiday that is, and I spent so much time with my sister and her partner and my family and my friends, and I started having really strange belonging. I don't know how to explain this. I'm basically on my way to find my inner self. That's how I can put it. The discussion we're gonna have throughout the video is more about that than anything else. You're gonna watch me do makeup and basically talk what I think. I've done my face makeup already because I've done that in a tutorial and I thought it would take too long if I put that in a video as well. So I'm just gonna play with eye makeup. If you have any questions, please put them below in your comments. And if you want to know any of the products that I'm using, I'm putting everything in the description box. I'll start doing the makeup, you start thinking about your questions and put them in the comment box, or wait until the end of the video and see if I actually answer them without you putting them in the description box. Cool. So, as I said earlier, I went... yes, I'm one of those women who can't... That's not a bad idea. I'm one of those women who can't really multitask. So I pretend I can multitask, but I can't really. So yeah. As I said, I went home for Christmas. And the first day on Christmas Eve, that was the first day, I was back in Romania. And I spent time with my sister and her partner. And that was the first time that I actually spent more time with them and their friends, talking about things and debating subjects and things like that. You know how a get-together is. And we started talking about really interesting subjects that I didn't know that my sister's partner was interested in. I discovered a new him, to be honest, while I was home. Basically, we were talking about meditation and inner self and how to love yourself and things like that. And ironically, or maybe not, my sister gave me a book for Christmas. And I'm not a huge reader, but the most of the books she actually gave me I've read and I've really liked, because I mean, she's my sister and she knows me. But most of the books she's actually gave me to read were motivational books. I think that's the correct word. And I started reading it after I came back, and it's absolutely amazing. It's translated in Romanian, and the translation, I told her already, the translation is quite bad. I wish I would have read it in English, but it doesn't matter. So while I was there and I was spending time with them, I realized more and more how important this side of things is, how important it is to be true to yourself and inner self and get in touch with your feelings and things like that. And I've known this for my whole life, to be honest, but it was still an eye-opening for me to have these discussions with them. So the book that she gave me is basically about self-love and appreciation of self, and it's basically it's talking about the gift of having flaws. And the comment that my sister made on the cover, like the dedication, if I can call it that, was so touching. It brought me to tears. It was so cute. And I've started reading it on my way to my parents' house when we were in the car, and I really, really liked it. And basically it teaches you how to live life wholeheartedly. And most people would think that they live life wholeheartedly, but in reality it's so much harder, and we don't even realize how much we fool ourselves that we live, and that we're not wasting this time on earth, in this vessel, if I can call it that without annoying anyone. Not that I really care anymore. I mean, in the end, I am free to say what I think, and you are free to not watch me if you don't like what I say. And that's how things have always been. But most people are so afraid to admit that they change themselves to be something else because the environment they live in, and it just makes me want to run away somewhere far in a forest and live there for the rest of my life. And I know I would be happier than to live amongst people who just judge you because they don't have anything better to do than judge you. It's, in the same time, we can't all be equal, and we're not. And that's what makes us beautiful. When I came back, I just realized that there is such a deep connection between makeup and self-loving. It's unbelievable. The way I see things can be perceived in two ways. Either, and this is probably the majority of people are gonna consider me very narcissistical, which is not bad. It's not bad. I mean, who says being narcissistical is bad? The other half would probably be people who have been thinking a lot about this in this way and be like, oh my God. What I mean is, if the time you spend in front of the mirror putting on makeup is not wasted, and you concentrate deeply on discovering yourself, literally, and saying to yourself, one of my eyes is smaller than the other one, and that's amazing. And the fact that I don't have the nostrils equally, and my face is up, half of my face is up and half of my face is down. And you don't look at yourself like a product of flaws, but as the amazing human being that you are, and you love yourself, and you consume that energy, saying to yourself that I love this little eye, and I love this little lid, and I love my short brows, and I love my uneven eyebrows. And you just spread love towards yourself. Oh my God, you guys, we would be going so many places if we would look at makeup this way. And potentially you could meditate through makeup so easily and reach such a state of mind you cannot imagine. makeup is such a powerful thing, such a powerful tool of exploring self-loving. The way how it started, I was having a conversation with a guy, and I realized that so many people do not look in the mirror at themselves, especially men. Men think that looking in the mirror at themselves and looking in their own eyes makes them less men. How many things you can discover about yourself and everything around you when you just surround yourself with the right energy. And it's all about you. It has nothing to do with other people. The worst thing in the world is lighting someone else's candle by blowing yours off. And I've always lived by that saying. I'm not talking about being selfish. Putting yourself first is not being selfish. This is natural. I don't like using the word. I don't like using the word normal. We put ourselves in so many boxes. It's unbelievable. It's so unfair. And the one person we hurt is each other. This is something that I read in the book. Can you imagine? Whenever you do something that you perceive as being wrong, you start telling yourself off. But have you ever thought that the way you speak to yourself is much worse than you would actually speak to someone else? So, and I was reading this and I was in shock, because that's so true. I mean, when I do something wrong, I start telling myself off big time. You're an idiot. How could you let this happen? Why can you not see this? I can't believe it. It's all your fault. Would you say that to someone else? Would you honestly say that to another person? So if you wouldn't, then why would you speak to yourself like that? I don't know why I'm not just giving up on everything I'm doing wrong right now. Just dedicate my life in doing everything I'm preaching right now. It's so strange. I feel younger now than I felt 1 year ago. Now I feel younger than 3 years ago. And it's not only me, it's people around me actually think I'm younger. A week ago, a guy thought I was 22. Yesterday, someone told me I look 20. 20. That's 10 years younger. 10 years. That's insane. Oh, this video is gonna be long. Now, let's get ready for the piece of resistance. Stop. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, so... oh my god. Oh my god, I love it. Okay. I'm having a color orgasm right now. Are you serious? I'm in love. This is my... oh my god, this is my color. Alright, stop. Stop flagellating. I don't think I've ever spoke about this on my channel. Of course not, because I've never had a chit chat. And I love chit chats. I mean, are you serious? Having to talk to someone who doesn't answer for an hour? Who doesn't love chit chats? I don't know, people who don't like to talk. Maybe, possibly. You know, I was thinking the other day about... I started reading Kevin Aquan's book, the first one, Making Faces, and I think the guy is brilliant. I think makeup in reality is what he discovered, and there's so many people today who misinterpret the power of makeup. I was trying to figure out where the word makeup came from, because no one actually says where it came from, and in my head I created my own definition, and in reality makeup is what you make it to be. It's not something that someone else defined. What is good on me is not necessarily good on you, and what is good on you doesn't necessarily suit me, or even if it suits me, maybe I don't like it. Some may think that makeup, the word makeup comes from making up for something that you're not. I personally think makeup stands for making up with yourself and accepting yourself for who you are, with your flaws, with your qualities, with your brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes, purple eyes, black eyes, with your skinny lips or fat lips or uneven brows. Yeah, I think that's what makeup stands for. Making up with yourself. If there's one thing that you have to remember out of this whole thing that we talked about, is love yourself the way you are, and you will be happy and you will succeed in doing anything that you set your mind to. Anything. Can you imagine how much easier life would be if only everyone would stop caring about what other people say about them and just love themselves the way they are? Okay, so eyes are finished. I wanted to say something else and I feel like I forgot to say it. Yeah. Anyway, so I think 2016 is going to be the year of changes for a lot of people, that a lot of people will realize the power of knowing yourself and your inner self and discovering your inner self, and actually give in to that, because there's a lot of people who are afraid of admitting what their I don't know, what their dreams are, what their aspirations are, just because it doesn't fit with what the rest of the world is at the moment. And to be honest, the rest of the world is crazy at the moment. We're going bazooka. Well, sort of, we're going bazooka. The amount of wars that are starting, and not one is not even finished and another one is starting, because yeah, we just need the war. It's just crazy. But as long as some of us will protect ourselves from that, that's all we need. We live our whole lives with these words in the back of your head, in the back of your mind, of who you have to be and how you have to be and what do you have to do in life, and they're all created just to put us down even more and cut our wings so short that most people are unable to recover afterwards, and you live your whole life thinking that's what I have to be, and that's what it means to live your life with your whole heart. It means to have money and have a roof over your head, but it's so wrong. Have you never realized that most people who are successful nowadays, the only reason why people become successful is because they're honest with themselves, and whoever fails, it's because they try to be something that they're really not. I truly have the belief that if we don't come to these conclusions ourselves, life will force us to, and not in a good way, because you don't come to these conclusions by having a good life. I can't do this and talk. Now I can talk. Let's highlight the lips a little bit. Just, you know, we always criticize. We learn to criticize from very young. And look at her. She's posting selfies. She's so full of herself. She's not full of herself. She thinks she's pretty. And there's nothing wrong with that. And she posts it because she wants the rest of the world to see that she's pretty. If there's anything that you have to remember from our conversation besides my makeup, is love yourself, talk to yourself whenever you put on makeup, and tell yourself that you are wonderful and you are beautiful the way you are, and you don't have to change anything unless you want to. And you should only want to change something because you're doing it for yourself, not for anyone else in the world. Okay, so I hope you liked this chit chat, and I really hope to see you soon, and I'm not gonna have that much break in between my videos, I promise. So I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit like if you enjoyed this video. Leave comments as much as you want, as long as you're spreading love for yourself and for others in my comment box below. All the ingredients and everything that I've used today is in my information box. And hugs and kisses. Bye.